My plans have changed today. She's, well, 6 inches so far, and she's not stopping. We keep this Christmas tree here for the birds. Friends, I'm super excited to bring these to you. We're going to talk about a couple things today, and we're doing a pre-order tomorrow. They're here, and they are deadly. Buckingham. My first climbing belt, Buckingham. Anyway, friends, good morning. It's funny, as I've had, let me just get you guys set up. I don't want to get this out of hand here. This should be okay, right, friends? What do you think? How's that? Is this good for you? Am I in there? Can you see the she cuts, eh? Good. Short and sweet, friends. We have Suspenders dropping tomorrow. We also have snow dropping here today. And I don't know how much we're going to get, but the snow here doesn't normally last that long. And I hope that you're getting around all right in your area. Actually, I spoke with Eric. And I think he was on a video years ago where I was talking about ropes. I had been taking suggestions from you folks on videos. This was years ago, friends, and I talked about some ropes, but it was just back in the day when Buckin was cutting every day, and I didn't really, to me, I wasn't trying to find content or create content or do this or that. Well, so anyways, he says, Buckin, we have access to all this stuff. Why don't we get together? And Eric and I talked about this a while ago, kind of like the beginner's climber's kit. What ropes, diameters, climbing gear, spurs, belt. These are personal items, friends. I grew up or climbing on a Buckingham, actually, funnily enough, on a Buckingham. I don't think they'll have it now. They may, but it was guaranteed. It looked like a lineman's belt, friends. It did. It was no suspendered up freaking... Suspenders weren't even a thing when I was climbing. You didn't see anyone wearing suspended belts. It just wasn't a thing. It makes so much sense. You guys watched me on this channel switch from an old school belt buckle, like Faller's pouch, to a suspender setup. It's on the channel. Excuse me. So this is just the evolution of a guy late in his career, a has-been, so to speak. Well, I'm not a has-been, but I don't cut much anymore, let's be honest. But I do get a lot of these questions still. And I'm sure I will for a long time and forever, probably. Excuse me. But, so I decided to look at this website. All this stuff's available through Ripsaw. And get some products together. So we're going to do that. Because I get it steady in the emails, steady on the messages. What would you use for this? What would you use? I'll get together something, friends, and I'll bring it to you in a video. And just a basic, if you've decided to make yourself a little business on the side or doing whatever, climbing trees, the basics. A little rope grab setup with a lanyard, you want a double tie-in system. Ropes, 1/2 inch, 5/8, 3/4, this type of setup. Belts, I can only suggest a couple belts because I've only tried a couple belts. So we'll get something together in there, probably from Buckingham, something very simple. I love Buckingham. Why wouldn't I? My name is in their name, Buckingham. So anyways, it's so funny, friends, years ago. What are we going to call this firewood tree business you're doing, Buckin? Back in 1998. Whatever it was. What are we going to call it? Well, I think we should call it Buckin' Billy Ray. Well, what do? Well, I'm bucking all the time. Bucking is a logging term. Bucking firewood, bucking logs, get her bucked, bucking. So Buckin' Billy Ray just went right off the tongue. We never looked for another name. We searched it. It was good. Bang, boom. In business. 1999. Established 1999. Loved it. It's the year my kid was born, I think. Is Ganges 1999, babe? Was Ganges born in 99? Yeah, he was. So my business, pretty cool. Anyways, Suspenders. This is a short video. I just wanted to come and see you people. As I say, I don't have a ton of content going on right now, so I'm just kind of being selective with what I bring. The Suspenders is a big deal. We're dropping them tomorrow. Okay, it's going to be on the website, buckandbillyray.com. We're going to take your order, your measurements. Friends, 2 measurements. You'll see on the website, there'll be a little video there, but I'll explain to you here as well today what we're going to do. I got my sussies over there. So, and I got to talk to Grant about 1 or 2 more things, and we're going to drop this on Friday. So the Suspenders are going to be available, which is cool. The belt too. We didn't know if we were going to do the belt, friends, but a lot of people said, "Oh man, that's a nice belt." I'm like, "Hey, we'll bring these products available with my little logo on there." And what an honor. What a freaking honor, friends. I haven't brought much to you folks in 10 years as far as this type of thing, but I'm excited to do this, and it's all going to be quality stuff I wear, stuff that means something to me. I can't put my name on junk. I just can't do it. I haven't used junk in my industry. Like I've always used Husky still. Business owners do that. They don't look for knockoff stuff or Chinese saws or any of these things. I mean, I'm talking reproductions or what do you call them? Fake saws. We look for saws that are going to start and go and get us through the day. So Husky was that brand for me, and still in the Poppin saws. I use a lot of those still Poppin saws. Back in the day, Husky had a good one. It was the 335, and it was a ripper. Donnie Walker built it for me, and it was a ripper. So we'll look forward for that. But Suspenders are dropping tomorrow, Friday, on the website, buckandbillyray.com. Thank you all so much. Your measurements. Friends, it's going to be simple. Get out your tape measure. Put your pants where you want your pants to sit. Maybe even if you've got a set of suspenders, throw them on, or a belt. Sit your pants right where they're supposed to be. Get that tape measure back there. Pin it to back where your buttons are going to be. Hold it there. Throw it up. Measure that spot where you want your D-ring in your back. That's the golden measurement. Should be anywhere from probably, I would reckon 16 to 22 inches. In that gap, there should be about, discrepancy of this. It's up to you where you want it. I just put mine up on the tall of the back there because I like my suspenders to stay on my shoulders and not create problems for me. So that's where I like mine. There'll be a little shot of that in there. And we'll do the rest. And I'm super duper excited. Homestead brand was very diligent on what I wanted. It is the most simplest setup you'll ever get, but you'll have to put your own buttons on your pants. These are for suspender. This isn't a one-off suspender. This isn't a one-off, a one-size-fits-all. That's not the deal here. They are a custom fit suspender for you. It's like buying a set of boots. You send your sizes in, you do this, you do that. So I'm kind of trying to annihilate all the problems you'll run into buying a one-size-fits-all item. It's literally going to be shaklank, 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 and you go. You roll. If you got to grab that front strap and move it down a button or two, or not a button, a notch or two, that's what we want. So that's what we're shooting for. We'll leave the front strap a little longer because your adjustments will be in the front. And if you find that it's too long, well, guess what? Snip. It's that simple. So these are going to be super cool. I'm excited to bring them to you. And it's been a while, and I want to thank you all for your patience. I watched a movie last night. I can't not talk about this. I can't not talk about it. We're watching a series right now. Friends, I'm coming up 55. I was born in the hippie era. I was born in 1969. My mom was a musician. Friends, do yourselves a favor, young men and women of the day. It's called 1971, the year music changed the world. Is it Netflix, honey?
It's actually Apple TV.
It's Apple TV.
I just said Netflix.
I think it's Apple TV, but I'm telling you, friends, Tina Turner, James Brown, Bill Withers, Marvin Gaye, the staple singers. I cry even Aretha Franklin.
All Jim Morrison.
Yeah, Jim Morrison, Joplin. This, friends, these were times in our world that will never be recreated. It's over. It's done. It's gone. But I'm telling you, the impact it's had on me and most ex-gen people, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. The message in it and the black power and the power to the people and the whole thing, man. It brings me such joy. And I choose to look on the bright side of things. I always have. That's me. That's how the big fella put me together. I'm an optimist, but I'm a realist. And there's so many good messages back there. But I believe, friends, people, I believe it's time to start getting together. You know what I mean? There's a message at this channel. That's right, baby. Come on, people now. Shout on you. Message, the message has been there for years, but really nothing much has, let's effing do it, friends. Come on. We have to use this now. We have to use this now. Why do you think I do this? Why do you think this has been my thing for forever? I've been doing this on this channel forever. I think other people even do it now in some fashion. Let's go. Power to the people, baby. I just love that. It's just, I don't know what it is. Do yourself a favor. Go watch that show. That's all I have to say today. But any questions about the Suspenders or anything, just ask, email. It is a simple program. It's a simple program. I guarantee you, looking into this freaking camera right now, friends, I don't see any other reason to buy another set of suspenders unless you want 2 colors or buy some for your friends. Because I'm telling you, these suspenders are for suspender people or someone who wants to wear suspenders. Putting your buttons is important. Where you put your buttons is important. Don't put them too close in towards your belly button or they'll come right over. And if you're working, you'll start chafing your little coat hangers off there. Don't do that. Put them, I talk about it. I want this to be seamless for you. I don't know many things, but the things I do know, I've been doing for a long time. And another thing I really do know and believe, friends, is that we have what we need right here. We have what we need. It's time, friends. It's time. It's difficult for times are changing, man. This internet, man. Wow-a-ronies. Hey, friends? Wow-a-ronies. It has changed. The world has changed so fast. And I've got, I don't know. This is important to me. This here. It's important to me. I'm so blessed to have you people here tune in and see what I have to say, or I don't bring any things here that are on the low frequency. This is a high frequency game for me, and it's going to get higher because I'm looking back on a career and a life that has given me everything and still continues to give, but it came from one decision. It came from one decision, and I remember it. It came from the decision to listen to my freaking spirit and get on a power saw and get dirty and be a man. I was not dirty. I was when I was a kid. I went down a path that I had to figure out who I wasn't, if that makes sense. I've talked about this before. I had to figure out who I didn't want to be in order to create the man I wanted to be. Get connected. Get connected with something. I've always had a connection to something. Couldn't explain it to you. And that's another issue in our world, that just get a hold of something. Get a hold of something. It don't matter what it is. It's all the same. Just use love and use the universe and the unpredictability of what is going to happen as faith. Use that as your faith. Just the natural flow of the universe. If you got to get something tangible, you might spend a lot of time looking. just grab on. Just grab on and roll. So anyway, I'm excited about these suspenders. I'm excited to hear feedback. Let's get this thing rocking. Grant, Homestead, boys, thank you all so much. Ryan, or pardon me, Nathan, I was just talking to Ryan, and Joey, these nice young men. Somebody said to me in the comment section, friends, I'll just answer it here. Someone said, why not Canadian? Why, you're Canadian, why don't you support Canadian? I'm like, do you know what? I actually answered him and I said, what's the difference? What's the difference? You make yourself. You make yourself. I don't care where you're from. I don't care. This is a world. We are one. And I'm going to bring light to whoever wants some light shone onto them. So that means no one's reached out to me. I've been talking about this a long time. Homestead did. Homestead do. Homestead groovy. Don't matter to me. Canadian, American, Egyptian, Slovakian, Jesus, Buddha, Allah. Doesn't matter. None of it. Zero. So I hope that clicks for you. None of that matters to me. Let's roll as one. Work hard. Be honest. And be kind. And I'll catch you on the next video. I'm going to slurp this up. Find some products and put down a little video on what I think a starter tree man needs in his kit. What do you say? Over and out. Catch you on the next one. Okay, so, hi honey. So we're outside rocking. Listen, to all my freaking forestry people who have lived their lives in the forestry industry, whether it's on Vancouver Island or in Eastern States or in UK or anywheres. I don't care what it is. If you got a saw in your hand, you know what I'm talking about. Logging, arbor, heuristical. That right there, if you know anything about the logging history and the forestry industry around here. Buddy gave me this jacket with a bunch of other, it was on the channel actually. This is a cherished piece. And we're just walking down to the freaking, whatchamacallit there, mailbox. Anyways, I love yous all. Find some goodness, friends, in the journey now. The world is a wild and crazy place. Be with people that you know have had your back since day one and vice versa. Don't persecute yourself and hang with people that aren't of similar vibration. There's so much goodness in the world. And I think it's time to focus on that. We all know there's this and that and the hoochki and nishkanashki, but let's get down to the basics, the love, and let's start yarding each other up and lifting each other up, not stomping. Have a great day. I love yous all dearly.